Music. Yes. Lead Bessie. All right, what else we got here for you? Hey, an old blues man. I saw Mississippi Fred McDowell. I sat right next to him. The great Mississippi Fred McDowell. Man. I was only about 19. He was giving a little seminar on how to play guitar. Wow. I had to be there, guys. Sat right next to him, watching him, listening to what he's saying. Finally, I got up enough courage to interrupt, and I said, Fred, could you just show us a little bit about what you're doing with your thumb, because it's so incredible what you do. He said, well, boy, I do it like this. Oh, right. Okay. Thanks for that advice, Fred. Man, I felt like about that big. Couldn't understand a word he said. Old Mississippi Fred. But you know, I told myself, just pay attention, Kent. Don't ask any more questions. Just watch. Let's just listen. Just learn. Take your time. Give it 10 years. Keep banging away on that old blues thing. It'll come to you eventually, maybe. Well, I did. I kept at it. I hung out with a lot of those old blues guys, watching them, listening to their records, listening to the vibe that they were putting out. And then I came across this old guy when I was kicking around Alabama, a guy by the name of Johnny Shines. Johnny Shines was a living legend. He had traveled with Robert Johnson back in the 1930s. You couldn't get any closer to Robert Johnson than Johnny Shines. And man, I've been poring over Robert Johnson my whole life up to that point. So you can imagine my excitement when I found out he was living in this little town where I was playing. So I went over and I went to his house and I knocked on his door. And the door opened and this big old gal asked me what I wanted. And I could see what I wanted sitting on the couch there, just past her. The great Johnny Shines. I said, can I speak with Johnny Shines? She said, come on in. Sure enough, there he was sitting on the couch. Wow. A living legend. So we hung out for a while and we talked about the blues. As I was getting ready to go, I asked Johnny if there was anything I could do for him. Anything that he needed, anything that he wanted. He was a very proud man. He said, boy, I got everything I need. Well, I could see he was living in the ghetto. Things were rough. I said, well, Johnny, there's got to be something that you want. Let me do something for you. He said, well, boy, I don't think you can help me, but I sure wish I could play my guitar like I used to. And I said, well, Johnny, you're an old man. You're 74 years old. You can't be expected to play like you used to. He said, no, boy, you don't understand. I had a stroke and I can't hold my strings down anymore. So I said, Johnny, I'll come over every day. I'll rehearse all your songs. You can lead me and tell me what I'm doing right and wrong. And then I'll come and I'll pick you up and I'll take you to the gigs. Feed you along the way whatever you want to drink. I'll set you up on stage, strap your old guitar on you and tune it up for you. You can crank your amp up, that old Fender Twin, as loud as you like. You can play as much or little as you like. Tell a few stories. I said, I got shows all over the South and you can have all the money. He looked at me real suspicious like, what's the white boy want? Well, Johnny, I want to get next to you and hear your stories about you and Robert Johnson. What was it like running those roads back in the 1930s? I said, I'll print up t-shirts for you, make cassette recordings, all the albums you got ripped off on. And on top of that, I'll take you fishing every day. Man, he cracked a smile about that big. Fishing every day? Oh yeah. And that's what we did. I took him to some of the most pristine fishing places in North America. We played all over North America, 200 shows together, 3 years. We rambled. It wasn't much later, once we got going, they started flying us all over the country. They recorded us at the Smithsonian Festival in Washington, D.C. It became a Grammy-nominated album. We recorded in Texas, out there in the hill country. A W.C. Handy Award winner. Johnny had a pocket full of money, getting stronger from those 200 shows of playing. Man, and his freezer was full of fish. But Mother Nature's Father Time caught up with old Johnny Shines, and I buried him in 1992. 4 days short of his 77th birthday. In fact, he died the day he was scheduled to play the Gloucester Blues Fest. Johnny Shines. When he was born, he didn't want to go from the womb into the world so cruel and cold. Now he's here, all he fears is growing old. When he was young, he felt invincible, rambling, carefree, and accountable. But Mother Nature and Father Time are unstoppable. Yeah. Well, I stood in the Delta Pines with a legendary Johnny Shine. Now he's dead and gone, I'm still carrying on. Now he's dead and gone, I'm still carrying on. Carrying on. Gauge steel, boys, is all that I can feel as I carry him to his grave, wondering will he be saved? When they lower you into your tomb, it ain't nothing like your mama's womb. 6 feet of earth and 16 gauge steel. It's 6 feet of earth and 16 gauge steel. Yeah. Delta Pines under the full moon with Johnny Shine.